see it when I
Yeah,
rub it.
yeah.
This is supple, firm, but supple, which firm is good. But this in here is tight. And so you knead it. You can get in and knead it, milk it. You can manipulate gently. And that feels good, right?
It feels amazing. I need to do that instead of
Because
squatting.
you know the way the muscles go. And so you don't always need to work with them. You want to work against them too. Because then they're going, wait a minute. There's little knots in there, and her fascia's probably bunched up a little from working it as hard as she is. But you can go nice and slow. That is bad right there. You can manipulate gently. You know, so many times people think deep tissue, dig in there. I want you to dig in there and get it out. But what they don't realize is that it can really be manipulative. Those tissues gently too. And I'm sorry, you'll see more on the other side. Now you just get to look at my big butt.
Yeah, there's more on the other.
So right now I can even feel the heat that has come to that area.
Yeah, I always feel like how much warmer it is, you know, when you get to the tops of the legs or like the bottom of the hips. It's like radiating heat.
Yeah.
A little bit.
One's lower.
I didn't either.
I'll hold the table, you move away.
No, it's okay. It's not as bad as the one upstairs when I was trying to do the stones. I was way up here. This is okay.
Are you going to demonstrate a stone for us? I've never seen it.
You guys will. Yeah, I did for them. Me or Lauren. David doesn't like doing them. So remember how tight it was all in here from here? Still a little bit tight here, but look at how much more supple it is. Vibration. Doesn't hurt, does it?
Mm-mm. It's relieved, actually.
Again, you can, I'm using my body weight, so this is effortless for me, really. Leaning in.
You're just opening your hand and like letting the weight of your...
My body. See how it's loosening up all around there? She was all knotted up right in here. This whole area was all knotted up. But when I work too, you notice my thumbs aren't going up under that sheet. Some people get careless and they're not thinking, but I'm always thinking about my hand motion. I don't know if you've noticed that. I almost do it subconsciously now. I had a student that her thumbs were all up in there. I'm like, oh, God, what are you doing? See how you're protecting yourself. Centripetally, you're working towards the heart. I don't have my fingers going up under there, my thumbs at all. So I'm always thinking about that. And so you keep it professional. You save on your hands too. I had a student, Elise, was having issues because she was always anatomically, think about that, your anatomically correct position. So when you massage, when you rotate, instead of doing this and flopping all over, you're doing this. Because most of the time you'll see, and it's my weight behind, it's not this.
Right.
That's sloppy and you're not going to have longevity. So that's loosened up a good bit. Cats. Some people say, and I don't care what the book says, the book probably may say don't sit on the table. But in the real world,
Do you need to? Go ahead.
I do it all the time. For this, but for test purposes, you probably shouldn't sit on the table.
See, she's doing the back, so later she don't have to go back to the front.
I still do them, but I do it, and some people do it differently where when they're prone, they hold the leg up and get behind it that way, but where's, oh my God, Michelle.
I know. I'm a mess.
Ooh,
You are
she's
welcome.
tight.
until I'm laying in bed at night and my body won't relax.
Wow. Has this been there or just, I didn't feel this last week. You brought this to me today? Thanks, love you too. You can really get in there and work on the calf muscles this way. Yeah, baby.
Do you still turn her over and like do the back? I mean, I know you turn her over, but you do the backs of the legs from the other side as well, or?
Yeah, yeah. This feels extremely good to clients, and I actually stole this from a fellow student when I was in school, when she was working on me. Up over the quad. I do the feet when I turn her over. And you know that theory of, well, you should start face down because of sinuses and all that. Well, if you're working on their sinuses and opening them up when they're supine, might not be quite as bad. They also make peppermint and eucalyptus and all kinds of good stuff for that too. Sniff it when they turn over, when they're underneath. You can dab a little bit under their nose if they have sinus issues, or if they don't want to mess up their face because they have to get back to work. Then start the other way. You have to really know how to work it both ways because you're going to have people that you tell them, okay, face up, look at the ceiling, you come in and they're face down. But I think you guys have all learned to do it the opposite way anyway, right? In the grand scheme of things, it really doesn't matter. It's what they want, not what we think. To me, it really, I could do it either way. So you want to stabilize the leg, otherwise they could buckle, flopping around. So about here and here. This one won't even go your finger on this side and the other side. One a little further. My personal trainer, he wants me to take his leg all the way to his ear. I get to this point and I start shaking, my pecs start shaking. It's hard. I have to almost get on the table. He kills me.
I wish that's my life, you know, is range of motion. But, that's so scary. I wish I could.
What's scary?
She could do that with her leg.
She looked at me and said, you can do that, can't you?
Why is it scary?
Oh, because I can't even bend over to pick anything up these days without risk of tearing something.
Yeah, but you have a good excuse right now for that.
Which has been my excuse for the last 3 years. Hey, it's a superpower, right? I mean,
Yeah.
I'm making brains today and stuff.
Is that what you're on this week?
Probably.
Yeah.
Let's say that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd say you're filling in the
I back up. You see me leaning in more?
That's right.
With pressure?
You are right.
I got plenty weight behind me now. But when I'm here, you see me backing off instead of leaning in.
Okay.
I'm just using it.
So it doesn't make you over it as long as you do not have blood pressure.
Right.
Now you can go where you want.
Yeah, you don't have to be afraid or shy. I mean, I was. I didn't start doing all this in the first 2 years. Stretches. Well, I wasn't afraid to do stretches or anything, but you have to get comfortable with everything, really, especially draping. That's the biggest thing. Get comfortable.
much fabric, it drives me crazy.
I know. Get comfortable with that first, and then doesn't matter. Even if you have to fumble around a little bit. I mean,
The way you keep, that's a good idea. Because I tried to move a limb one time and see if it was my underwear. It's just my nose.
feel that releasing. So you hold it there long enough to where hopefully the muscles are going to elongate and you're going to get it to release. If it won't, it just won't. But you can try all these stretches maybe 3 times instead of just like the one I'm doing. Just for time purposes, I'm only doing it once. But a lot of times I'll stretch each area like 3 times. Did it hurt?
No, I
Just
mean,
shot the muscle? Cause I'm not going hard.
I know. It's just
I'm
that's
not gonna go-
tight. I mean, I
It is.
like it. I want that to happen.
I'm not gonna go any harder though, cause I feel it.
You can feel it. It's